Wolf from Barefoot Bushcraft, and as always, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about pine sap and how awesome it is and how it can help you in any kind of outdoor situation. So, standing beside me here is a pine tree. So for those of you who may be in different parts of the world or that you don't really understand the difference, there's basically two broad classes of trees. One of those classes is called deciduous, and basically those are like maples and oaks and stuff like that, that in the colder weather, as the seasons change, the leaves fall off those trees. They turn color, beautiful colors, and then they fall off. However, coniferous trees, not carnivore trees, so they don't eat other trees, coniferous trees, they keep their leaves, they keep their needles on. Another difference between the two trees usually is one has needles, one has leaves. So this here is a pine tree, probably a white or red pine tree, and it has its leaves on it. So with these type of trees, they have this kind of special bark. So today, Canada is a beautiful winter wonderland. And as always, I want to thank you so much for tuning in and supporting and liking our videos. Without you, we wouldn't exist. So let's take a closer look at how to harvest some of this sap and then some of the things that we can do to help ourselves with it. So on this pine tree, the tree has gotten some kind of trauma, and that will be probably from this branch being removed. So basically, as I'm sure you know from rudimentary science, inside a tree, just like inside humans, it has stuff that moves around, right? Tree blood is known as sap, or pine sap, because it's a pine tree. And you can see evidence of this by it running down. So probably there was a branch here that got taken off, right? You can't see it, but just outside the camera shot, there's another one. So there's this kind of weird stuff that grows on a tree, that comes out of a tree, and this is pine sap. Now normally it's kind of a sticky goo when it's above zero, but it's very, very cold outside today. So I'll have to use my knife, and you can see you can take it off. Sorry for my hand. And it's still a little sticky in this weather. So there's the pine sap right there. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to harvest a bunch of this. And then we're going to go and show you how it can be used in a bunch of different ways, both in order to keep you healthy, in order to help wounds, and of course to start a fire when it's very, very cold out. All right, so here's my pine sap. You can kind of see exactly what it sort of looks like. It's just like a big gooey mess right now. But in this weather, it pretty much crystallized, and you can kind of see the sun catching it, which is kind of cool because it's almost 20 degrees below zero out. I'm actually really grateful that the camera battery is holding up. So if I were to happen to cut myself, right, so I was using my knife improperly and I got a cut or something happened and I injured myself, you can actually take the pine sap, you can warm the pine sap up, and you can actually put it over top of your skin. That's going to do multiple things. So the first thing the pine sap will do is it has really good quality, antibacterial qualities in it. So, if it was really cold out and I have a way to warm it up, I can warm it up. I can pinch it in my hands. Like my hands are sticky from holding it on the journey over to here. So you can warm it up and then you can put it on your skin, and it will create a barrier for disease and protection, and it will have a little bit of antibacterial properties. Just be aware, of course, you are using natural products. Everybody reacts different to them, and don't use it for like mega stab wounds, right? But if you have a couple of small cuts that are bleeding out, you can just basically rub that, take this, rub it on the cut. It'll help bind it together because you can see it's super sticky. So anyway, this is our unused cotton. Again, there's nothing in it. There we go. See how she burns? And you'll notice we're not going to put a timer on the screen, but it ignites fairly fast, right? So it ignites, and then it's going to basically burn out to nothing. This one, however, as you saw just a second ago, I put the material in, I put the sap in it. Now, watch when that sap catches fire. So that's out, that's gone. But check this out. Once that sap ignites, and I can see it right in there igniting, the first thing you'll notice is black smoke. See that's black coming out of there? So you've got your black smoke, and look at that. You can see it's a bit windy. The wind is picked up. The flame is pointing, and look at it. It's burning and burning and burning. And this bad boy right there, we have timed it before today, and I'm certainly not going to do that today. This will burn for 8 minutes on one cotton ball. And look at that bad boy. Poof, gone. This is useless. 8 minutes you've got. How wild and important is that? So you can use the pine sap for treating wounds. You can use the pine sap for closing cuts. But importantly, look at it burn. And you can see the black, beautiful black smoke on it, right? There it is. So there is pine sap, or pine pitch as it's sometimes called, burning on a cotton ball, and it's burning and burning and burning and burning. If I had my shavings all put together, small sticks, that's gonna burn. So, as always, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you have any questions, you can message us on Facebook. I'll put the link on the screen. You can hit us up on the Instagram. And of course, you can hit us up on our website. Alright, thanks very much for watching. I am Wolf from Barefoot Bushcraft. I appreciate all your hard work and your viewership. Please consider subscribing.